Imagine a life under the stars where your financial worries are a thing of the past, and you can proactively create financial freedom, inner happiness, and true joy. This seems like a distant dream, but know that this dream can become a reality in the year. Today, we delve into the world of Stoic philosophy, with 8 basic principles to help you break free from the cycle of worldly thoughts. We will discuss not only the accumulation of wealth, but also the building of a rich, peaceful, and positively energetic society. Soul. These principles are not just advice. They are the key to opening a new world. Follow this video to the end, because after watching it, the way you perceive your personal finances and life will change significantly. Why should you listen? Because life is not just about existing, but about experiencing and enjoying every moment. Join us and start this journey with principle number 1. Stop associating wealth with happiness. The famous Stoic philosopher Seneca. He said he was not the man who had very little, but the man who wanted more than the poor. This statement highlights an important point about the financial situation, wealth, and psychology of people. Happiness, as Stoic philosophy has taught us. He showed that we should not associate wealth with happiness, as this is a profound perspective on life. Rather than focusing on the accumulation of material wealth, Stoic philosophy encourages us to pursue happiness through the development of virtue and personal ethics. According to Stoic philosophy, true happiness lies not in the accumulation of material possessions, but in the cultivation of virtue. Virtue in Stoic philosophy is not just a noun, but knowledge, a way of thinking and an attitude to life, including self-control, the ability to control emotions and behavior, the courage to face difficulties, and fairness evaluating situations, and the ability to use the theory to shape our worldview. We are reminded that wealth is an external aspect of an unstable and changing life. This is not a necessary requirement to experience true happiness. Instead, they believe that virtue, living a meaningful and valuable life, is exactly the element we need to be happy. Think about it. We've heard it before. There are many stories of millionaires living in misfortune and ordinary people living happy lives. The amount of money in your bank account is not a reliable indicator of happiness. Rather, it depends on the depth of your character and the quality of your actions. Material possessions are often not sustainable. The joy they bring is temporary. Imagine that you have just bought a new mobile phone, and the excitement and happiness are overwhelming in your mind, but after a few months of use, the phone ages and the original excitement wears off. Life seems constantly changing to change, and material possessions often cannot adapt to these changes. A new product may bring temporary joy, but then it becomes part of daily life and is not enough to maintain happiness. This leads to a re-evaluation of the relationship between wealth and happiness. The Stoic philosophy is more necessary than ever, and not only helps us understand that we should not associate material wealth with happiness, but it also creates a sense of gratitude for what we already have. As we learn the positive aspects of life, we began in realizing that we are richer than we thought is not just about appreciating what we have, but also about understanding its true value. In addition, to strengthen the wealth of the mind, you can learn to invest in knowledge, experiences, spending, and relationships. The knowledge you acquire, the experiences you gain, and the love you share are lasting treasures that accompany you on the journey of life. All of this together represents true wealth, a deep sense of contentment and meaning in life. This is the wealth we must respect and explore on our journey. In summary, Stoic philosophy offers a completely different perspective on the relationship between wealth and happiness. True happiness does not depend on the possession of many material possessions, but comes from the development of virtue and a righteous life. which makes Stoic philosophy a valuable source of inspiration for our journey in search of true meaning and happiness. Principle number 2. Stop blaming people. Epictetus said that people are not troubled by things, but by the vision they have of them. Principle number 2. We reflect deeply on the words of Epictetus, on how we can guide our own journey towards a better future, which we decide for ourselves, and do not blame others on the journey. The Stoic philosophy of life conveys a powerful message. We must stand in front of the mirror and look at ourselves if we want to see changes in our financial situation and our quality of life in general. This is a message of personal responsibility and self-sufficiency. Imagine a journey. Set on a remote island where you are the sole captain of the ship of your life. There are challenges, obstacles, and opportunities on this island, but the only thing we can control is ourselves. We are advised the ultimate responsibility to take over for our lives, but because? Take responsibility because it is the path to freedom and progress in a storm. We can't control the wind and the waves, but we can control how we steer our ship in difficult times. We cannot control the situation, but we can control how we adapt and deal with it. Personal responsibility is not a burden, but an opportunity. It is the freedom to live our lives the way we want. Take on the role of captain on your journey. Don't let anyone or any situation take control away from you. Be the creator of your life and steer your ship in the direction you want. One of the most common mistakes people often make is blaming others or external circumstances when they have difficulties. Stoic philosophy sees this as a sign of weakness and lack of control, rather than a sign of taking responsibility. And find ways to solve the problem we want to avoid, taking responsibility by blaming others or circumstances. Imagine a situation where you participate in a sports competition and do not achieve the desired result. At first, you may feel disappointed and look for external reasons, such as bad weather or an injury. However, Stoic philosophy helps you, encourages you to do it. Look at yourself. You may realize that despite the difficulties, better preparation, more careful training, or improving your skills could have led to better results. But ultimately, this principle is closely related to the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control, which includes things we can control and things we cannot control. We cannot control external factors such as the weather, the behavior of others, or the control of social systems. However, we have the power to control how we react and deal with these factors, rather than blaming what we cannot control. We need to focus on controlling our thoughts, decisions, and actions. This helps us demonstrate self-determination and not be dominated by external factors in our lives. From the perspective of Stoic philosophy, blaming others is not just a way of showing responsibility, personal, but also a way to live a free and meaningful life by taking responsibility and control. We become positive creators in our own lives and face every challenge with strength. Principle 3. We stop living to please others. We let our thoughts go. Principle number 3 through a famous quote by Marcus Aurelius. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. This quote emphasizes Marcus Aurelius's view of focusing on self-awareness and personal virtue rather than seeking external approval, according to Stoic philosophy. Our lives depend on ourselves, and true happiness comes from self-awareness and self-control. We should not live to meet the expectations of others or seek their approval, because doing so makes us dependent on the opinions and judgments of others, putting us in a constant struggle against all the uncontrollably changes and fluctuations in life. We exist in a digital world where societal pressures, constantly demand that we conform to and meet their expectations. Under this pressure, many people seem to be swept away and forced to live a life that doesn't express their true selves. Or all of this stems from the relentless effort to gain approval and acceptance from others. This mindset not only affects how we manage our finances and personal finances, but also drives us to chase after the lives of others. We often try to keep up with their lifestyle, possessions, and social status, often at the expense of our own financial well-being. Imagine a young person full of enthusiasm for the arts and passionate about writing books. However, due to societal pressures and family expectations, he gave up his dreams to pursue an undesired financial career. Instead of pursuing his own passion, he chose the path set by others, and this made him feel like he had lost an important part of himself. Passivity often leads many people into debt or living beyond their means in an attempt to emulate the extravagance of others. The Stoic principle of independence advises us to stand firm against this temptation and focus on our own journey toward financial independence. Like an archer always focusing on the bullseye to shoot accurately. But how to start living by this principle sincerely? First, understand yourself. Take the time to discover your values, goals, and personal dreams. You need to identify what truly matters to you and create a clear vision of your life's goals. Second, build plans. Based on personal values, develop financial and life plans based on your values and goals, rather than comparing yourself to others or meeting their expectations. Third, self-management and control. Stoicism encourages controlling your emotions and behaviors while accepting that there are things we cannot control. Focus on what can be controlled and embrace the changes that cannot be controlled. Additionally, always remember patience. Never forget that your journey is unique, and the path to success is your own applying. This principle is not always quick. It requires patience, perseverance, and self-exploration. When you stop living to please others, you not only gain control of your finances, but also of your life. Don't let societal pressure dictate your financial decisions. Pursue financial independence based on your values with patience and perseverance. Remember that this journey is yours, and you are not just a participant but also your own unique competitor. By applying these principles, you will embark on a new journey of financial freedom and satisfaction, a profound transformation that brings significant changes to your life. Principle number 4, stop avoiding risks. We typically shun risks and fear difficulties because they make us feel uneasy and apprehensive. But in order to grow personally and achieve spiritual freedom, we must acknowledge that these normal feelings frequently prevent us from realizing our full potential. Stoic philosophy encourages us to concentrate on gaining self-control, courage, and patience in life. This includes taking calculated risks and meeting them head-on. If you are unsure of your own courage, read the biographies of two well-known people who inspire anyone with the guts to follow their dreams. The software entrepreneur and creator of Facebook, Marcus Zuckerberg, has stated that the only way to guarantee failure in a world that is changing quickly is to avoid taking chances. After earning millions from PayPal, he riskily left college to work on the Facebook project, which led to him becoming one of the most successful tech entrepreneurs in the world, Elon Musk. Elon Musk chose to focus on SpaceX and Tesla instead of sticking with the safe route in the information technology industry. Although both businesses were on the verge of failure, they eventually prospered, demonstrating that Musk's audacity paid off. Give this some thought for a bit. What distinguishes successful people from regular ones is they dare to take chances and venture outside of their comfort zones. With bravery, accept uncertainty and take on problems head-on, because they realize that it's via these risks that they develop, learn, and progress toward success. What does this mean for you? It means that you need to adjust your viewpoint on risk. Fear and anxiety shouldn't be totally eliminated. Courage is the capacity to take chances confidently and never allow fear to control your actions. You must realize that nothing in life is permanent and that taking precautions to avoid danger would only impede your progress in our current financial state. The same thing happens when you decide to take a chance and engage in a new initiative, pursue a different professional path, or save money rather than using it for immediate enjoyments. Even though nothing goes exactly as planned, things could work out better than you anticipate. A key component of the Stoic philosophy is that we grow and develop by encountering problems and learning from them. Every setback serves as a lesson, and every obstacle is a chance to grow. The keys to conquering these obstacles are perseverance and self-control, but please be aware that while we discuss taking chances, we do not advocate the Stoic philosophy of reckless behavior encourages measured and cautious risk-taking, which calls for in-depth knowledge, wisdom, and a thorough comprehension of your particular circumstances. This idea is consistent with our earlier teachings about self-awareness and lifelong learning, so keep in mind that taking chances can lead to opportunities and possible development. Stoics hold that staying in our comfort zones all the time prevents us from becoming mature and successful. Taking a chance. Building a meaningful and prosperous life requires boldness. Courage, patience, and self-control will enable you to face every obstacle with an open mind and draw lessons from the experience. This will move you closer to spiritual liberation and meaningful achievement in life. Principle number 5. Stop ignoring your finances. Finances are an important aspect of life that we often overlook, but Stoic philosophy has given us a different perspective on this matter. We often hear that ignorance brings happiness, but when it comes to your finances, ignorance can lead to serious risks. Stoicism is a philosophy of life with a message about self-control, building a strong mindset and deep awareness of life. This means that you need to understand your financial situation. When we start discussing applying Stoic philosophy, teaches us to be truly aware of our financial situation. Don't try to avoid or hide the truth about money, but open your heart to deal with it honestly. This includes not only counting the money in your bank account, but also understanding the wells. Managing income, managing expenses, and navigating the debt situation in a world where money is often put on a pedestal. And the Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective that encourages us to learn about ourselves and in the most authentic way, to learn financial situation. Imagine that looking at the money in your account is not just about counting it, but also asking yourself questions about the origins of this money, such as, what do I have it for, issued? Can I manage expenses more intelligently? Get a clear overview of your situation and your training, self-control to make wise decisions in managing personal finances. Furthermore, a more Stoic philosophy teaches us not only about self-mastery, but also about how to build connections with others through understanding and empathy. This will make you more sensitive to emotions and the needs of others, especially in difficult times, allowing you to share experiences and learn from those who are going through similar situations. This not only creates a supportive environment, but also gives people the feeling that they are not alone in their financial situation. Personal responsibility is also an important aspect that we have. We must take responsibility for our lives and not blame external factors. This means that you are the manager of your financial life and have the right and responsibility to make it positive. Ultimately, it encourages us to live in full reality, not instead become fascinated by illusions or misconceptions about money. Carefully evaluate the reality of our income, expenses, debts, savings, and investments. Remember that you are the manager of your personal finances. Pay attention, take responsibility for your money, and use it as a tool to build the life of your dreams. Stop neglecting your finances and start treating with the care and respect they deserve. Principle number 6. Stop neglecting personal development. In Stoic philosophy, self-development and self-improvement are crucial aspects. Renowned Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius believe that the path to true happiness lies in the cultivation of the soul and the development of the spirit, therefore, enrichment rather than a final destination. Principle number 7. Stop spending beyond your means. This may seem like basic advice, but you'd be shocked at how frequently it is disregarded in a time of rampant materialism and advertising. Frequently, we are made to feel as though we need more than we actually do. Commercials frequently guarantee that obtaining a new good or service would make you happy and satisfied. This puts undue pressure on us to shop and spend more money, even when we don't have the means to do so. Stoic philosophy reminds us that true happiness comes from controlling ourselves and seeking happiness from within. When we stop spending more than we can afford, we truly start to practice this control by not allowing our needs and desires to exceed what we already have. So how do we put this principle into practice in our daily lives? It starts with being able to distinguish between our needs and desires. While wants like the newest modern gadgets or luxurious apparel are nice to have, fundamental necessities like food, clothing, and shelter are necessities for survival. Understanding this distinction helps us manage our money more skillfully. Today's lifestyle frequently forces us to engage in compulsive shopping, driven by social media and advertising. The Stoic school of thought warns against falling into this pointless trap of consumerism and suggests that instead of using money to buy things to make ourselves happy, we should find happiness in spending time with our loved ones, pursuing personal hobbies, or enjoying the tranquility of simple living. Imagine being free from debt and having enough money to start your own business, travel, or spend more time with family. Imagine retiring comfortably and not having to worry about running out of savings. You can achieve all of this if you make ends meet financially. In the end, having a prosperous and pleasant life is more important than simply possessing a lot of stuff. When we live within our means, we may take advantage of opportunities to follow our particular goals. Make time for friends and family, and make sure you have enough money for the future. Stopping spending more than you can afford is not only a prudent financial move, but also a Stoic way of living that leads to self-control and contentment. By incorporating Stoic philosophy into personal financial management, we can create a prosperous, sustainable, and peaceful life. Principle number 8. Give up opposing change. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept and embrace change, understand the temporary nature of life, and adjust accordingly. It is in this adaptability that we truly find a way to prosper, as this season's change is an example of how we finally acknowledge in principle number 8 that change is inevitable in life, but we often resist it. Waves come and go. The sun rising and setting symbolizes the ever-changing nature of life, just as a river never stays the same. Because life is an ongoing journey, we must learn to move forward with life rather than against it when it comes to our financial well-being. According to this theory, the economy is constantly evolving. Old industries give way to new ones, interest rates change, and the labor market changes. Despite the difficulties, transformations accept change and learn how to deal with it, refusing to accept that our career field is declining and not learning. New skills is one way that resisting change in our financial lives can appear. Another is sticking with an outdated investment strategy, even though it isn't producing good returns. Lastly, it can be the fear of taking chances with new investment opportunities and potentially losing out on gains. What must we do in this situation to oppose change? The 4 Stoic philosophy recommendations are as follows. First, we must adopt a different perspective and realize that just as a caterpillar must change into a butterfly, so too may change bring about prosperity and exciting prospects. Change can also create new opportunities. Second, become knowledgeable about what causes us to resist change and how to lessen fear. Remain current on the greatest financial strategies and trends for investments to help you navigate change. Third, it's important to have a balanced viewpoint and recognize that change can result in both gains and disadvantages. Losing a job can make trying a new career impossible. Investments can impart priceless knowledge, and adversity in money can increase perseverance and insight. Finally, remember to be adaptable. Being unyielding in the face of change is akin to a tree remaining steady during a storm. Nevertheless, we can surmount it by yielding and adjusting. Our ability to adapt to changing economic conditions is aided by our flexibility in employment choices and investment methods. Keep in mind that the world is a dynamic canvas and that you are the artist. With the correct attitude, information, perspective, and adaptability, you can create a picture of financial success. Accepting change is the path to true freedom and satisfaction. We go over 8 Stoic principles that will help you on this path. Accepting change is not just about achieving financial success. It's also about living an interesting, fulfilling life, learning and developing. It's about turning the pages of life and realizing your true potential. Prosperity and money, and a life filled with inspiration. Before we wrap up today's video, keep in mind that you have the ability to transform your life, and Stoic philosophy is the light that illuminates that route. Thank you for spending time with us today. Please continue to spread inspiration and personal growth every day. I hope to see you in the next videos. If you find these 8 principles helpful, please don't hesitate to like and share this video to spread this knowledge to your loved ones and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on new videos. Valuable lessons that will help you develop yourself every day. Leave a comment below the video about your opinions or comments.